Hey, it's your girl Simply Love. I'm back to do Libra and to help you understand how they are. Okay, let's get right into it because we know we only got 15 minutes here on this on this platform that I'm doing just recording only. Now, the Libra is known for the balanced beautifier of the horoscope family. Libra's energy inspires us to seek peace, harmony, and cooperation, and to do it with style and grace. Okay. What the Libra sign is all about. Now, look, Libras is the 7th house of the 12th zodiac signs. Okay. 12th house, which begins its cycle in the early fall every year during Libra season, which falls around September 23rd to October 22nd. Whether or not you have a Libra planetary placement in your chart, find out by doing the free chart here. It shows you a free chart where you can go. I always tell you, go to natalchart.com. You can find that. As long as you have the information you need, your name, date of birth, where you were born, and the time would help out. You don't necessarily have to have the time, but it would help out a lot to get a clear, accurate natal chart. But without the time, it's going to come close enough. Okay. So find that out. I always stress that. It's important to understand the energy of this sign as various planets travel or transit. We travel and transit through Libra all year long, activating the sign's earthly energy for everyone, regardless of your sun sign. Now, the symbol for Libras is the scale, as we know, which is justice. The element is air, just like Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. They're all air energy or the air element. Their ruling planet is Venus, the planet of beauty and love, okay? And let me throw in there, too, lust as well. They love being in love, okay? And they love making love. Okay. Had to throw that in there, y'all. Like their body part is like the lower back, the butt. They're good day. They're charming, lovable, fair, sincere, sharing, hopelessly. See, they're a hopeless romantic. On their bad days, though, they can be very vain, very indecisive, dramatic. That means they're over dramatic, over emotional, very manipulative, spoiled acting, and delusional. Okay. And, we all have good and bad. That's we're in the day and we're in the night. As far as when it comes to, our energies, we have both inside of us. They call one the devil and they call one the God. That's how man is saying it. But far as the planets and the universe and the way it operates, it's just the dark and the light. And we all have that in us. And we need things in order to control it. We need truth out here. So their favorite things are like concerts at large venues. They like poetry, expensive jewelry, designer clothes, rich food. So they are really bougie, okay? And that's just the bottom line. What Libras hate is dull or practical people. They don't like nobody that's practical, that does the same thing over and over again. They can't handle that. They become bullies when it comes to somebody like that, being pressured to decide, saying goodnight, hearing the word maybe. It's like they become the boss because this other person is dull and practical and they feel like they feel left out, even though this person is not intending to be. They just who they are. So Libras really can't be tied down with a boring type sign, like somebody who's just stable and just do this, kind of like they're very conservative about their ways and what they do. They do it constantly. They stay in sync with themselves, grounded. They don't like that. They have a problem with that. They kind of feel left out. They feel their secrecy. They start acting like a child. Okay, and it's just the truth, y'all. Their secret wish is to love and to be loved in return. How to spot them? like small features about like dimples, gentle eyes, outrageous designer outfits. It's like they stand out when it comes to wanting to dress up and look all snappy and fancy. Sometimes that's just a lure to Laurel, because they're very manipulative. So they have an idea of what to do. They pick out people's personalities and traits, and they can use that against them to take advantage of it for themselves. And that's just the truth as well. The key words for a Libra is commitment, partnership, equal, balance, maturity, and fairness. They're all about the fairness. So now Libra is the major arcana card in the tarot card deck as justice, because that's what they're all about. They're all about justice, the balance, the beautifier of horoscope. Libra is the energy that inspires us to seek peace, harmony, cooperation, and do it with grace and style. That's what a Libra is all about. And some of their characteristics, good or bad, okay, because we all have that in us, okay, the light and the dark side. It's just about learning how to balance it. They can also be very, very smooth talkers, and they can have a pretty face. They can be handsome. They can be pretty. Like Taurus, which is also like ruled by Venus too. Libras love to be surrounded by art, culture, beauty, and a soft, harmonious environment. They like to love, they love good food and expensive things. See, they're a little on the expensive. Libras are very high maintenance when it comes to things. They want the best or nothing at all. They're a fighter too, okay? They can be at times, they can have a sweet personality, but they can also put up a fight. Libra's a sign of the scales, and like I said, and you guys can't stand anything that's unfair or unbalanced. You can't stand it. It creeps you out. It turns you off. You love a designer outfit. Like I said, y'all very bougie, male or female. You'll always catch them. They're always very classy. And like I said, sometimes they can put on and make it appear to be something that it really isn't. That's for some with a lower vibration, but most of them are very sweet and kind, giving, but on the other hand, very manipulative. You have to really be careful. And you Libras have to be careful when it comes to that. I'm just bringing out points here, just doing it general as like your sun sign. Libra. See what else we got here. You're like I said, you stand up for justice. Most Libras can be judges. Most Libras could be judges because they like to hear both sides of the story. They're not biased where they take one people's side regardless what they do or what they say or how good they look. They judge things on both sides, and then they come to a conclusion about what they need to do, okay, or what they need to do with someone. Libras. My father is a Libra. Me and him get along so well. Like I said, all air signs basically get along. They kind of understand one another. I really get along with Libra men because I don't know why. I just do. Most Libras, they don't like to be rushed. They like to take their time. Doing everything, they prefer to have everything happen their own way. So when you run into a Libra, you can expect for them to be the boss and you to be submissive, regardless if it's a male or a female. They like to take charge. That's their thing. They like to make and if it's not going their way, they're going to force it. They're going to act like God gave you some traits like a kid, or whatever it takes for them to get their way. That's what they're going to do. And it can be annoying to some people. So, if Libra, I'm going to give you this advice. If you get around someone that you feel like is boring, and, they kind of like, if it seems like they like the same things you do, it could be a pretender. Like sometimes people can be good pretenders just to get what they want, just like how you can. Sometimes you can run into your own opposite, and then you'll be able to straighten out some things in your life and be like, I can't be like that, or the other person's like, I can't be like that because this consequence like this can happen. It's best to just be yourself, be who you are, be upfront about who you are. Don't front for nobody. Okay. So, like I said, Libra hates to be rushed. They prefer that everything happens their way, on time. If that means you're 10 hours late, so be it. That's how Libras think. If they're 10 hours late or whatever, they just 10 hours late, and they ain't going to want to hear nothing from nobody. If you say something, they're going to blow it off, whatever. It's all about, a lot of times it's all about Libras, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, if somebody can tolerate that, that's good. Okay. But y'all definitely are paying the cost to be the boss. Really, literally. Okay. You're a social butterfly who loves to be surrounded by people in a beautiful setting. Like I said, you guys are bougie. Okay. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Somebody just got to hang with that, or either they can hang with it or they can't. So talking and hanging out for hours. Just remember, save some time for yourself, Libra. Libras can, get so caught up in the moment, they forget to handle their own, and that's what us air signs do. We're humanitarians. We can't help it. Sometimes we forget about our own responsibilities trying to handle everybody else's. On the low ball side of it, or the opposite side, Libras can be this way. So learn the beauty of being organized, and you'll have all the time in the world to enjoy your beautiful life, Libras. Y'all can hold it together. Y'all can do the damn thing, okay? So, trying to think of what else I could think of, what Libras. And this is just, like I said, a sun sign trait. All of us have different things in our natal chart. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, stuff like that. You have to get to know, to understand. Well, I'm trying to really break everything down for everybody and bring them back and come on up to the fifth dimension. People are still vibing on this third dimension Piscean season that we just getting out of, because right now we're on the fifth dimension. Things are catching up. Things are changing. It may get bad before it gets better. But you're going to have to vibe on the fifth dimension, which we're in the age of Aquarius right now. And the ages mean ages and ages and ages. Just like it took ages and ages and ages for all this bad stuff that's going on and imbalance in the universe, is the same way in the age of Aquarius, where everything is aligned. That God or whatever you thought was coming from the sky, it's always been there already. It never went anywhere. It's the planets, the sun, the moon, everything that they try to block away from you, that they're using at their own advantage. And that's why they have the advantage over everyone else and be able to manipulate, because they already know about this. This was something that our ancestors had. Everything on this planet that was created was by our own ancestors. And we have to get back into that and get out of this illusion that somebody came along and stole everything and recreated history and threw you off your game. Okay, we got to get back into the game. You can't be scared of this stuff anymore. They made you scared of it. You know why they made you scared of it? Because they know it was yours, and they know it was beneficial. They know it was something good for you. If something good gets in the hands of bad, guess what's going to happen? Just what